Hi ladies, today I thought I would do a first impressions video of the L'Oreal Lumi Cushion Foundation. I've never tried a cushion foundation, so I'm really excited to see how this one turns out. And I typically like to purchase high-end foundations, but I've heard a lot of great things about this particular foundation and L'Oreal True Match foundations in general. So I thought, why not give it a shot and see how it applies on my skin. And also I decided to just create this whole look with my makeup since I already applied the foundation. So if you're interested to see how this applies on my skin and to hear my thoughts on it, let's get right into the video. So first I prep my skin with the Josie Maran Argan Oil Milk, and this is an intensive hydrating treatment, and I really like it because I have dry skin and I feel like it is very soothing to the skin and also very moisturizing. And then now I'm going to go ahead and try this foundation out. I'm really excited about it. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Buildable Luminous Foundation, and I picked out shade N4. And so what's cool about this type of foundation is that it comes with a little puff sponge, and then it is a liquid foundation, but it's in this cushion pad. And so I know that I've seen this popping up all over with different brands, but I think it's really cool that a drugstore brand also has this as an option. And I'm taking my Bare Minerals Precision Face Brush and just dabbing it into the cushion, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start taking the flat edge of the brush and pressing it into my skin. And immediately with just one dab of this product, you can see that it is evening out my skin tone and taking away a lot of the redness, which is fantastic. And what I like about it is that it looks very much like my skin tone. And just by applying it, it's extremely lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy at all, and I really like this consistency. It almost feels like the texture of the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua foundation, just very lightweight. And so far I'm not really feeling or smelling any heavy scents. Now I tend to have redness on my cheeks and around the nose area, so that's typically the area where I'll apply a little bit more foundation or some concealer. I'm gonna take a look with a mirror right now just to see how it's doing, but just by looking at the camera, I'm really impressed with how it covered my redness, but also leaving my skin to shine through, which is really nice for a drugstore foundation. Just by looking at it, I'm very happy with how much it was able to cover. I will put some concealer right above my eyebrows just because I tend to have redness there as well. But for 1 to 2 dabs of this foundation to get that much coverage and reduce the redness and even out my skin tone, I'm loving the way that this looks right now. And that was without applying a primer either. I just wanted to see exactly how it would apply on my skin without putting anything other than a moisturizer on. So now I'm gonna go in with my concealer. I have the Bare Minerals Stroke of Light concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and dab a little bit of that under the eye. And then, like I said, just applying it right above the eyebrow. And I have the Real Technique stippling brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and just blend that in and drag it down. And it just also gives a little brightening effect, which I really like about it. So you guys can see how natural and luminous this foundation is. And again, I've hardly applied, I've applied 1 to 2 coats of it, and I feel like this is a really nice everyday medium coverage foundation. just from what I've read and watched on YouTube, I believe that you could really build this up to be more medium to full depending on how you layer it and what products you use. So if you wanted to put a light cream on top of it or a setting powder, you can definitely prolong the coverage. Now I will say that if you want to keep the luminous look, that maybe you don't want to go heavy on a powder because that might mattify it. So I'm going to just take a light dust of my Chanel Le Beiges powder. This is my favorite powder. I use it all the time and I'm number 20 for the shade. And I'm going to go in with the stippling brush and just kind of swirl it in there, and then I'm just going to apply some of this onto my cheeks because that is really, in the T-zone area, that's the area where I tend to be the most shiny throughout the day. But I don't want to put too much on because I really want this foundation to last and not move around. And then just to complete this look, since I'm really happy with how it looks on so far, I'm going to go in with the Chanel blush, and this is in the shade 55 in Love. It's a powder blush, and I'm going to smile. And this is just a very light blush. I love the color. I think it works really well with medium, light to medium skin tones to give you a pretty just flushed look. Very natural. And now I'm going to go ahead and take my new favorite lipstick. This is a Vice lipstick by Urban Decay in the shade Morning After. It's a sheer lip color and it's a pink nude and I love it. I feel like this shade is my lips, but better. And I just applied 1 to 2 coats of that. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab my eyeshadow just to do a light dust of powder on my lid. And today I think I'm going to take the Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette, and for a natural look I'm going to go in with the shade Soft Plum, and I'm just going to dust that on the lid and go into the crease. Let's see, get some moisturizer in my hair. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same exact thing on the other eye. And again, this is a very natural look, very wearable for every day. Nothing too crazy. Now I'm taking the shade Prosecco just to highlight the lid a little bit more. And now I'm going to grab my eyeliner. This is the Urban Decay Stag eyeliner. And I'm kind of at the bare bottom of this liner, so I'm going to just quickly smudge it onto the lash line. And that's that. And now I'm going to take 2 of my favorite foundations. This one's the Chanel Le Volume de Chanel mascara. 2 of my favorite mascaras. The Le Volume de Chanel mascara and the Marc Jacobs mascara. So I'm going to go in with the Chanel one first and coat the lash. 1 to 2 coats. Same for this side. And this really helps to boost volume and also to separate, which I love Chanel mascaras. And now I'm going to add a little bit more volume and drama with the Marc Jacobs mascara. The Velvet Noir mascara. This one really lengthens, and also I feel like it helps with the curl and definition. So I'm also going to go into the lower lash line just a bit with this one. Now I'm going to check the mirror, make sure everything looks correct. And yeah, this is my look that I created with the Lumi Cushion foundation. I'm really impressed with this foundation just looking at it for the first time. I think that I picked a shade that will really work with my skin tone. I think it blends really well, and It's very natural and luminous looking. I have very dry skin and it's also sensitive, and you could see that there was some redness, so I feel like this foundation just alone with a little bit of the brightener helps to reduce that redness. And to find a foundation at the drugstore for me has always been a challenge because I can never seem to find the right shade, and I can never seem to find one that will reduce redness as well as just make my skin look super glowy. I tend to go with high-end foundations, so I'm very excited to say that this is probably the best drugstore foundation that I've tried, and I'm really loving it. And I know that L'Oreal True Match is like a cult following for many bloggers and also many women around the world, so I'm excited to say that I really love this foundation, and I'm excited to wear it for summertime and see how it works, and it'll definitely be in my makeup bag. I still love my Dior Forever foundation, but I think that this is a great affordable option if you're wanting something that is luminous and works for dry skin. So if you guys enjoyed watching this quick tutorial and first impression video of the L'Oreal Lumi Cushion Foundation, let me know what you guys would like to see next. If you'd like to see a tutorial on the way I curled my hair, I could certainly do that for you guys. If you want to see a new makeup video, let me know. And follow my blog at meaganaguayo.com for more daily updates and also makeup tutorials. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.